friends. Today we are going to continue working with story problems. The story problem that we're going to practice today is actually a subtraction problem. Okay? And just like earlier in the week, we have some familiar names that you're going to hear in our story problem. Let's go. All right. Sydney had 10 apples. Do we know a Sydney? I think we do. Sydney had 10 apples. She gave 2 apples to Mackenzie. We know Mackenzie too. How many apples does Sydney have left? Okay, well, let's see here. This is important. Sydney had 10 apples. What's the other part that's important? The next part that we have that's important, she gave 2 apples to Mackenzie. How many apples does Sydney have left? Now, in that question, it asks, how many apples does Sydney have left? Have left is the important words in that question. Those words, have left, tell us that we're going to be subtracting, because those words, have left, tells that's the words that you use if you have something and you take some of that away. How many do you have left? We'll talk about that more in just a minute. I want to add have left over here in important words poster. I'm going to write have left, and I'm also going to write have now, because some subtraction story problems will say have how many of whatever, how many do they have left, and some of them will say how many do they have now. Okay, so both of those mean the same thing when it's asked in a question, and both of those things mean we are going to subtract. Okay, let's work through this problem. Okay, there are 10 apples. So I'm going to start with the picture. I'm going to draw 10 dots for my apples. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I hope you notice that my circles aren't super perfect. When you're drawing a quick little drawing like this, the perfection doesn't matter with this. Okay. So we have a picture drawing of the first part. Sydney had 10 apples. She gave 2 apples to Mackenzie. So I'm going to take this green, because I used a green to mark this one. I'm going to use this green, and I'm going to cross out 2 apples, because 2 apples of this group of 10 are not Sydney's anymore. They belong to Mackenzie, because Sydney gave her 2. 1, 2. And now you can use any color. You could use a pencil. Again, the color doesn't matter. Okay, it just is the way that I use it to help me. Okay. How many apples does Sydney have left? All right. Now, we are going to figure this out in just a minute, because right now would be a perfect time for us to write our number sentence, because we need to make sure that we remember to do that. Sydney had 10 apples. There's 10 apples right there. We'll start with the 10, because when we are subtracting, we always start with the bigger number. Subtracting, we're taking away, minus. So 10 minus, how many did she give away? 2. And that equals whatever she has left. This right here is what she has left, what Sydney has left. That's what she has that's hers still. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. So 10 minus 2 equals 8. Let's put a label with that. Apples, right? I'm not really sure how to spell it. I'm going to look back up here in the story if I forget. Good job.